All right, so yeah, we had a follow-up question, and it is speaking of
Yeah.
link velocity, I had heard someone say that it doesn't matter how many links you build, but it then needs to be similarly consistent. As you've set the bar with Google as to how many links you're getting to the site on average. Your thoughts?
That's a nice segue.
So yeah, this is exactly what Nick was starting to talk about, and we've actually got an article up on our website. I'll link in the description or whatever. Um, and yeah, what you're saying is completely right. You want to be consistent over time. That being said, it's also natural for things to fluctuate.
Right.
It's not going to kill you if just for as an example, you get 100 links one month and 30 links the next month. Google's not going to say like, "Oh my God, this is horrible." Um, but I think you would agree the most important thing is just to keep them coming over time, right? And try to maintain some semblance of consistency.
Yeah, I think some of the mistakes I see when I have people ask about this comes with, I guess, historically, and we're talking about 5, 10 years ago, right, in SEO, when you could kind of spam backlink something and then it would resonate over time because nobody else was doing the same techniques. Things aren't like that anymore. Google's caught on to what looks natural, what doesn't. So, whereas I guess I'll give you some insight into like how I like to do things with a new site. I do like to build my backlink profile up very quickly with natural things, and then consistency over the next. So first 2 months usually I'm pretty aggressive. Then the following months is more of like a maintenance type link building. It's always diversified. Usually I go higher in power there. Not going to be doing pillowing, things like that, but higher quality stuff that keeps you resonating in the SERPs. If you go from high press all the way down to zilch, it's going to resonate as something that went viral, caught on, and then just people lost interest in it. And so you're not going to resonate the same way as if you keep things going on over time. If you're newer, best practice would be keep things pretty stable over time. And especially if you're like in local, we're talking about just a handful of links a month are going to go a long way, depending on your metro.
Yeah, and you'll we get a lot of people coming to us actually with asking the same kind of things, and basically, if you're working with a client, you might have to kind of explain to them that they don't want to front load their budget. You don't want to just blow all your budget right away
Right.
and then be left with basically like no gas left in your tank,
Yeah.
right? You need to be able to play the full game. You have to, show Google that your business is, continuing its operations, continuing to grow, it's continuing to generate buzz. It's relevant, it's fresh, yeah. So
Yeah.
consistency is good.
Your websites, each project you take on needs to be considered to be a actual business. So you budget for that business. You're typically not going to be profitable within the first couple months, few months, even up to a year. So, if you don't have a lot of experience, plan for the long haul and keep that down so that you can spread it out over time, because there's nothing worse than throwing what I see most people doing, which is essentially a Hail Mary. I'm going after this SERP, got this much money, gonna blow it all in 4 months. And, if things don't pan out, and there's a lot of variables that can change very quickly in this game, you might be left empty handed. So, take each project seriously and budget it the same way you would any business.